Hello and welcome to the Left in Lobby podcast. We are your hosts. You have me, Game for Good, and my co-host,
Defender for You.
Defender for You. This is a podcast that is essentially born of being bored in lobbies whilst waiting for games to finally find us somebody to play with.
Love a loading screen.
Yeah, so I would like to remind you, today's podcast is sponsored by two wonderful sponsors. We have the world's anti-rodent traps and... Vagitaze. Yes, but we will hear more from our sponsors later on in the show. So, are we actually starting?
Yeah, we might as well. Might as well go from here, yeah.
That was kind of a lumpy start.
It's the first one, it's going to be lumpy.
Oh, yeah, and plus everybody likes a few lumps in there. Anyway, so, as we said, this is a podcast born of Fender and I playing games. We were playing a game with another person who we may talk into coming onto the podcast one day. And we were bullshitting, and he spouted, oh, this is just like Left in Lobby. And the Fender for You and I'm just going to call you Fender from now on, because I keep wanting to call you by your real name.
That's fine.
Yeah. So, Fender and I basically turned around and it's just like, that's the name of a podcast right there. Left in Lobby is the name of a podcast. And that is it. Here we are. We have been sort of hyping ourselves up about this podcast for the last few weeks, and we just really want to get it started and get it cracking.
Yeah.
So it is available. I need to put this freaking pen down. God damn it. So we are going to try and make it available for both video viewers, so you can see the pair of us and our lovely surroundings, which will be added in post. And we will also do an audio version for people on SoundCloud and hopefully iTunes.
Yeah, at some point.
I've never done that before, so that could pan out well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, what kind of crap are we going to get into today then?
Well, we've got all related stuff. So we've got gaming news. So we've got stuff which is all relevant to now for gaming. Games, software, hardware, some stuff like that. We have our sponsors, obviously. Can't wait to hear about them.
Yeah.
And also some our views on films and stuff.
Yeah, I have very few views on this podcast may actually make me watch films, which will be wonderful because I don't watch anywhere near as many as I should.
Oh, and there's me who's a film buff and buys every film that comes out and goes and sees it on day of release.
I used to be that guy. I don't know, life got in the way, or my priorities shifted towards gaming and running a YouTube channel, which is a pain in the ass.
Maybe this will pick up and put more audience towards our individual stuff. You never know.
Well, to be fair, I don't care if anybody goes and checks out the YouTube gaming side of things. I kind of just want to... This is a reason for me to hate my freaking camera.
The
autofocus is just fucking wild on this thing. This could be... Where was I? Quickly
This is going to be nothing to do with our single channels.
Yeah, this is just going to be a labour of love for me. Like, I just want to do this, have fun, and not really care about any of the crap that comes with it.
That's fine. So, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with this just being our little baby together.
our baby? Wow, okay, and we've named the baby Lil.
Okay, Lil.
Should we start another one and call it Phil?
Yes. What?
Rugrats reference. So that's the kind of crap we're going to get into. So did you say you had some games?
I do. So this month of December, Final Fantasy 15 was released, which actually was the fastest selling game ever. It's
the fastest selling game ever.
It sold more than any Call of Duty on day of release. Because since Final Fantasy begun, they've had a massive fan base, and then they've waited so long for this one, and it was pre-ordered for such a long time in advance that it just outsold everything.
did Final Fantasy 14 ever exist? I'm not.
Yeah.
Like the last Final Fantasy I played, it was what was the one with Squall, the dude in the black coat, and the 8. The last one I played was 8.
Yeah. So they did a 9.
Very far removed.
They did a 9. They did 7. Well, 6, 7, 8, and 9 was all on the PS1. The PS2 had Final Fantasy 10, 10-2, and then the PS4 had 13, 13-2.
Wait, what happened to 11 and 12? Can Final Fantasy game people not count?
11 was an online game, which actually just dropped and died.
I bet it was a pay-to-play.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
And then they did a 12. I think that was on the PS4. I can't remember. See, the big ones that stand out are the popular ones like 13 and 13-2.
Yeah.
And then they did 14, which was another online one, but it was rebooted. It is a lot like 11, but it was a lot better. And then now's 15, which has gone back to the old ways of not actual turn timers, but classic storylines, epic music, and massive bosses and monsters.
The lack of turn timers is what made me very seriously consider buying that game.
The turn timers there's no turn timers, and it's very similar. Well, it's, to be honest, when they brought out 13, that didn't have any turn timers either, but you did have a bar that charged up, and you could move around while that bar was charging. Where in this one, you literally are button bashing, and you.
Yeah, that could be a great game.
I've just played so much into it now, and it's just ridiculously hooked me because is it available on PC? Probably. I can double check.
I bet you it's not. Square Enix. I suppose Just Cause.
You can get 8 on PC, but it's only through emulator, I think.
I was going to say that's not on PC. That is just a PlayStation version shoehorned onto a PC.
Yeah. But no, it's definitely worth, if you can get it, definitely worth giving it a go. It is so epic. It even says at the beginning in the titles, it says for fans of Final Fantasy and first timers. Because when you travel between two places, you're in a car and you can change the radio station, and all the radio stations are all the original soundtracks from all the other Final Fantasies.
That's a nice touch. I mean, if you actually know what they are.
I only know 2, and I was playing Final Fantasy VIII, which is another game that got me into Final Fantasy. I was just going around in the car listening to Final Fantasy VIII soundtrack.
Nice.
Yeah, good.
So that is the biggest selling game
to date
ever.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll put a in the description below. I'll put a link so you can read the article. So you've got all the information there if you're interested.
Yeah, we're gonna try and get all of anything that we sort of look at that we think you guys might want to see. We'll either put it in the description, or if for our audio listeners, Google exists.
Yeah.
So Final Fantasy. Would you be willing to give it a number out of 100? Maybe we get a review thing going. I have a friend who does film reviews, and his method of rating films, whilst may seem quite bad, is actually very effective.
Yeah, well, we can do a rating. I can give it a rating. I would say, are we of all games or just Final Fantasy games?
All games.
All games. Okay. So I would give it, out of the games that I've played, I would give it a high, if it's out of 100, a high 90 something. As like around 96 I'll give it.
Maybe Game of the Year for you?
Yeah, definitely. I'm a big Uncharted fan as well, and I love Uncharted 4, so that.
I just bought that this weekend. I'm not allowed to play it because my fiance hasn't played it yet.
Oh, you will love that game, and the actual areas, i.e. the levels, are gorgeous. The actual graphics on that game are ridiculous.
I was considering just live streaming, because I have the Uncharted collection here too, which still never touched that. So I was considering just trying to plow through the first 3 and then hop on to 4.
They all are connected, and the first 3 are really, really good, but they're not as stunning as the 4th. But the characters are really lovable, and the stories, that's one of the best storyline games ever. I'd say Uncharted.
Ooh, I don't know what would you say? You say Uncharted. You see, I vaguely remember playing Metal Gear.
Yeah,
2,
Metal Gear is another high contender.
And walking away from that game thinking just like, holy crap on a cracker. The storyline on this kind of blew me away.
Yeah, Metal Gear is another high contender. Final Fantasy, Uncharted, and Metal Gear are the highest contenders in my books.
I think the only other game that the storyline kind of kept pulling me in was Silent Hill 3.
Yeah,
I think.
Silent Hill's another good one.
That one, I think I knocked that out over a weekend. My friend's parents went away and we just buried ourselves in his room and just played Silent Hill in the dark, and it was so much fun.
Yeah, I remember playing Silent Hill 1 on the PS1, and that, again, the graphics were shocking, but the jump scares were the best.
Yeah, I mean, well, to be fair, for the time, I think they were pretty good. I remember watching the trailer for Silent Hill 2, and they were showing the trailers, and there was a bit where he walks into a rest stop bathroom, and you saw his reflection in the mirror, and as a gamer, that was amazingly impressive.
You actually could see people's reflections in games.
And now you look at that game, and you're just like, why did that game look so amazing to me?
It's true.
Things have moved on so much.
I know, and now they're getting close to just literally replicating someone's face.
Yeah, which is, I mean, gee, did they recently release more Norman Reedus baby game?
Go on.
What
I
is
don't
it?
know.
Death Stranding.
I don't know what that is.
Do you not? Okay, so Kojima was with PT.
Oh yeah. I played PT. I've still got PT.
Still
got
PT.
PT. Yeah.
And then they ditched Kojima,
Yeah.
which then everybody was just like, "Well, what happened to PT?"
Yeah.
And then I think it was E3. You just saw this video of Norman Reedus like naked on a beach, and then like oil handprints started crawling on him or something. And he was holding a baby and crying, and it was just like a cheese dream, just a fucked up Kojima cheese dream, and I totally want that game.
Yeah, he's a big horror fan, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's
totally.
a massive horror fan.
Because wasn't it supposed to be Norman Reedus, Kojima, and the Del Toro?
I know that.
Was supposed.
I know that
doing a project.
I know that Capcom's new Resident Evil is out soon. That the trailer's just dropped for that. The new trailer for that.
Yeah,
I've not checked that out yet. That's meant to be quite good. I played the demo.
That one's. Yeah,
that was good.
The VR side of things could be interesting on that one. Although from what I've seen of PSVR, I'd rather have an Oculus Rift 2, DK2.
Saying that, a part of the news, about the hardware news as well, is that Oculus are bringing out a Oculus Touch, which they've got handsets for.
Yes, the Oculus Touch is... I think there's certain people have been given them very, very early.
Yeah, they're not
out
yet, are they?
Yeah, they're not officially out yet, but I think they are really, really close, which... Because a lot of people turn around and be like, well, the HTC Vive is the better headset. You've got the two things. So you are... Yeah, I'm dicking with my camera again. It's fucking annoying. I need to figure out something. Maybe I'll set up a webcam to record in future. Yeah, you've got the two handsets, which make it infinitely better to play. And I do enjoy the handsets. Yeah. I don't need them, though. Yeah. Like, I don't know if I'm just so used to playing with a DK2 or I'm spoiled or whatever, but I can live without a freaking motion
Well, the motion controls are $200, so... Ouch. Seeing that you get...
So that would probably take the Rift to be about the same price as the Vive. Yeah.
And have you seen what they look like?
Yeah, they're just like little things
round
with
bits.
Hoops that go around your hands.
Very similar, like a little bit similar to the Vive. I don't get why there's hoops on everything.
I think it's just for like positional tracking. I think they have trackers on.
Oh, okay.
So it knows where your hands are.
Okay.
So yeah, the Oculus Touch, I'm totally up for that. You haven't tried the PSVR?
No,
have
not
you?
yet. I am definitely going to go. I've got a friend that's got one, and I'm going to go and try it before I buy.
It's. I used to say to people, "You've got a smartphone. Get Google Cardboard. It'll give you an idea of virtual reality." This is the same thing. If you don't have a decent PC that could use a Rift, if you don't have the money for an Oculus Rift, although when you start looking at it, when you're looking at a PSVR that's like £400,
I think $395 or $399 or something like that.
then you tag a camera onto that for another 40.
Yeah.
Then you tag the Move controllers on for another 40. Yeah. You're looking at about £500 for a PSVR. Yeah. Then if you don't own a PlayStation, you're looking at another $250.
Yeah.
As an entry-level VR system, it's outstanding. Yeah. But I wouldn't base my hopes on VR on the PS.
Do you reckon they'll do what they did with the Oculus and just bring out another headset and upgrade it?
I think Sony, to be fair, I would love to try the PSVR on a PC.
Yeah.
Because I think PSVR is held back by the console.
Oh, okay. So what about if you tried it on a PS4 Pro?
It depends how much support they actually give to it, but a lot of the stuff that I saw, it was kind of like watching a 720p video up close to your face. Wasn't amazing. There was like the Oculus Rift, the DK2. There are some things that work really, really well. Like they've optimized it for the system very well, and then other things that you're just like, what am I supposed to do with this? There's one where you're like a luge. You're going downhill on a freaking skateboard or something. And everything's whizzing past you so fast, but the console can't keep up.
So it's motion blur.
So it's like everything is just in a cloud of Minecraft. I wasn't overly impressed. I didn't... I went to a friend's house, and he was just like, oh yeah, I've downloaded Batman. So then he opened up Batman, and then no, it had like another 8 gig download or something, and his internet connection is 15 at best. So all night we were sat there playing with the PSVR, waiting for Batman. Batman never turned up. I think to this day he's never played the Batman VR game.
Maybe you should get a massive signal. It might turn up a bit quicker.
Yes. So, I mean, Batman, I can't talk about that. I hear it is one of the better VR experiences, both Oculus and PlayStation. So, I don't know. Maybe if Sony want to send me a PSVR, I'll try it and tell them.
That'd be nice.
Or, stick me in a room with a butler and I'll play it with him. I don't mind.
Sounds like a good plan. Right, what should we go on to next? Are we going on to films, or have you got?
I think we've spouted enough bollocks about gaming. To be fair, I don't want to make this strictly a gaming podcast. Actually, probably less the better.
No, that's fine.
So you have some interesting news.
I have, but before we have our first sponsor. So we have Vagitase. For all your vagina-tasing needs, if you feel a tingle down below, don't forget to sprinkle Vagitase. So this leads us straight into my crazy little story that I found online. A little news story that I was just looking through the Mirror's website and up it popped. Well, I say...
Oh, a firm staple of British...
I know.
Everythingness. Just the Daily Mirror.
I know, right? So this is the headline. House party takes bizarre turn as woman strips to her knickers and tases her vagina.
I mean, god damn it, there are some crazy. I'll let you finish the story and then I want to get into.
So
this.
A bizarre video has been captured at this house party after a woman strips obviously down to her knickers and starts tasing her vagina. In the clip, the woman just stands there in the lounge, surrounded by a group of friends. And all of them just egg her on to drop her jeans and just start tasing her for JJ. There's a whole video of it, so I will actually put the video in the link below in the description, so you can actually look at the actual.
Yeah, when I said that we were going to put like videos within the video portion of the podcast, didn't realize the video would be a woman tasing her genitalia. So I think YouTube somewhat frown upon, acts like that. Maybe if it was for education.
To be honest, though, she isn't actually naked.
Well,
she's in her knickers.
I suppose you could get away
Saying
with
that,
it. Yeah.
I've got the image up here right now, and all you can see is the bright blue next to her knickers where she's tasing herself.
Wow. like an X-ray vagina.
It looks
like a cartoon.
It looks like that she's actually, the blue that you get from whitening your teeth, them lights. It just looks like that on her,
just like UV
on her vagina. And then she's just keeling over. Oh dear. But yeah, that'll be in the description below if people to check out.
I just had images of her like doing that and it being ultraviolet, and then all of a sudden you see like white stains all over them, and everybody's just like, "Oh, you need to change your underwear."
This wasn't the right time to be tasering your genitals. Tasering.
So I mean, I presume alcohol is
Oh
involved.
yeah, it's a party, and just her friends were egging her on. Another member of the party grabs hold of the stun gun and uses it on the back of one of his. So they egg her on to do it on her front bum, and then one of her mates grabs it and does it on their actual bum, but she's already on the floor killing over in pain. So
gee, I wonder why.
But
I've been kicked in the dick, but a taser to the Ooh, crazy people, man.
Singed is the word.
I mean, was it her taser?
I don't know. Let's have a look.
Like who? Well, I suppose women would probably take a taser to a house party because men are pigs. But I mean, who takes a taser?
I think this is America, so probably.
Oh yeah, everybody's got tasers and guns there.
Okay, in the clip, the woman stands in a lounge surrounded by a group of friends who all egg her on as she slides off her jeans, wearing just a pair of turquoise knickers. The woman then kneels on the floor and holds a stun gun to her genitals. After building up her courage, she then activates the device and immediately screams in pain. She then falls on her back and rolls around in pain as the group laugh hysterically. The woman can barely stand as she joins in with the laughter. Another member of the party then grabs hold of the stun gun and uses it on the back of one of his pals, causing him to jump in shock. Yeah, eventually the pair manage to get back on their feet, at which point the video cuts off. The footage has been viewed 81,000 times on YouTube.
Is that all? Wow.
Maybe because there's not actual genitals, maybe. I think
there are some crazy people in the world. Some people do this shit for fun.
To get views.
Like, I'm not talking like, crazy at a party stuff. I'm like, I'm a sexual deviant. Fuck it. I'll just preface this with that straight away. There are devices that you can like put down your pee hole and then send electric currents through it. Like, people do the craziest shit. People, I'm not against it.
Just put that out there.
I'm against it being done to me, but I mean, if you want to dress up like a furry and smack each other in the dick with a ball-peen hammer until you cry with pleasure, go right ahead. But why the fuck are people doing this to themselves?
I have no idea. It's just crazy. It's just absolute craze.
Wow.
But yeah, that's bizarre news.
I mean, is there any like second part to that where she's got like a tumor in her vagina now or something? I imagine that she like peeing and anything for a while, it would be quite sore.
Oh, this was only put up on the 5th. So this was only put up today. Oh,
this was today. This is cutting edge news, people. You may not even have heard this.
Well, you will now.
Well, yeah. And, if you want to look at it for educational purposes, then there'll be a link somewhere in the description.
Definitely.
Fucking crazy ass.
I
mean, have you ever been to a party where you felt the need to do something along the crazy lines? I don't think I've ever been that drunk.
I've never been that drunk. I think the drunkest I've been drunk a lot, but I've never been that drunk that I thought, let's try and tase my bollocks.
Yeah, no, I can't imagine that. I mean, I did used to occasionally, for fun, me and my friend used to beat each other with a stapler, but that's it.
Yeah,
that was just, I was bored at
Yeah.
work. Never been tempted to mutilate my genitalia and apply.
And no one can egg me on to taser that part of my body.
Wait, so I could egg you on to taser, like, your nipple?
No, because I'm guessing taser's proper kill, so no.
Now you see, I want to try a taser. I want to see if I can take a taser.
You want to see if you can take a taser? Have you seen the taser videos where people sound like Wookiees?
No, taser,
Okay, that will also be in the description below as well.
I imagine I would crap myself.
Oh, trust me, it's fucking funny. I will definitely be putting that in the video.
So, I mean, another weird thing that I saw on the internet this week. I don't know if you've seen it. It's going around on Facebook. There is a dog, which I don't know how it got into this situation, but it looks like maybe a shark has just bitten off its ass, like its upper back legs and whatnot, and then it's kind of just, it goes along the top and then down to a tail.
Oh.
And then it's just got two front legs. It's a boxer.
No.
And it's just got its two front legs, and it's freaking running around. He's playing with a ball. It is amazing.
Oh, is that the dog that can balance on its front 2 feet and run around? Oh, yeah, I've seen that. Yeah. Is that what actually happened to it? It got attacked by a shark?
I don't know. I just, at one point, I saw it on a surfboard, and I just put two and two together, like something. I don't know what happened to its ass. But the whole back end, it looked kind of skinny too.
Yeah.
But just the whole back end of this dog is just freaking gone. Like, it's just...
No, yeah, I've seen it, yeah.
You know how you can tie something really tight and then a bit will fall off? It's like somebody put, like, pants on this dog and just put the belt too tight and forgot to take it off.
And it's lost its back legs.
It's so fucking weird.
Yeah.
And yet, all I could do while I was watching that video was just go, I wonder how that dog shits.
It probably doesn't. It's probably lost its ability to.
Yeah, but I mean, everything.
Oh, yeah, it does still eat, doesn't it?
I
don't know. No, I don't.
You generate energy, it leaves a waste. How does that dog? Because, I mean, number one, every dog I've seen sort of hunkers down and then just sort of pushes out a brown log. And then number two, that dog has literally just got tail and then body. The arse has been completely devoured by this imaginary shark.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's a shark.
I just want to know how this dog poos. I may have to look into that towards the back end of the week. Maybe we can follow up next week on how that dog poops.
How does your dog poop?
Or if you know, send us a message on Twitter. We have a Twitter. We've claimed the Twitter name already. We jumped on that one straight away. You can leave it in the comments if you have any more information about that dog. I want to know how that dog poops.
And also, if you have any bizarre news, email us at leftinlobby@gmail.com as well.
There you go. So we do have all the proper the channels, so you can contact us if you want to get involved.
Yeah.
But yeah, freaking dog, man.
If there's any news or any stories you'd like to see on the podcast, just email us at leftinlobby@gmail.com and we'll be more than happy to reply and also feature you and obviously give you a shout out for giving us that story.
I've always maintained that the internet is essentially for a handful of things. Number one, sharing pornographic images. It is essentially at one point my browser was named Facebook and porn. Because all I ever used to do with it was just Facebook and porn. So yeah, which leads me to social networking. And then finally, it is just sharing the most fucked up shit that you can find. That is essentially what it's for. Like, I'm pretty sure... Well, the Two Girls and One Cup is a prime example as to why the internet exists. I've blanked that video out of my memory. I could not describe that video to you right now. And from what I remember, I have no desire to recall that information.
No, there's a lot of stuff on the internet that I've seen that which I try to forget.
Yeah, did you ever see the guy with the glass dog?
Yeah. Don't.
That one is ingrained.
Shivers.
That's just not
give me
right.
Shivers. But no, yeah.
Also, I think it was fake.
Yeah,
I swear that was
fucking
fake.
hope so. Poor guy. Oh,
I don't know. I don't know if I fall into the camp of, I mean, kind of did it voluntarily.
Is it one of those things that you go, how? Just how? And you want to know more information about it?
Do you know, I never felt the need to Google insertion of glass
Because
jars.
the funny thing is I've seen
know.
this firsthand. I went to Benidorm this year. No, not with the glass. Not with the glass.
Wait, not with
Inserting,
a glass. It wasn't
not inserting
exactly
things in me, but seeing things inserted and retrieved.
into a
No,
guy.
into a girl. But anyway, I went to Benidorm. Saw Sticky Vicky. Her whole show is to hide things up there and then get them out, and it's a big show of it. The funny thing is all the time that we was there, I was there with my girlfriend. Obviously, you take your girlfriend to these things. Don't know, but it was her idea.
Yeah,
it was her idea. It wasn't.
You turn around and say, "I'm going to take you to a show
Yeah.
tonight, love." It's about a woman inserting extra large things into
Yeah.
her vaginal cavity, rectal cavity.
Vaginal.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So we go there, and the guys see things coming in and out, and the guys are like, oh no, just no. And all the girls want to look. They want to be up close and be like, how's she doing that? And proper getting close.
I imagine about 15 kids makes it easier.
Yeah. Well, she's not. She's only about our age. She's only like in her late 20s, early 30s.
I want to go to Benidorm now. I want to meet Sticky Vicky. I want to get Sticky Vicky on camera.
Trust me, she.
Wait.
Go on.
Not like that.
She does about 8 shows a night. She goes up the strip in a whole every day. She does the strip. So she starts at one end and goes to the very other end all through the night. So she'll start at 7:45. Her next show will be at 8:15. It's only about a 15-minute show. Her next show will be at 9:15, and then it'll be 10:15, and then it'll be 10:45, then 11:15.
She must get through so much
I
lubricant.
know. It's just, and it's not just like she pulls a candle out of there and then lights the candle. She puts a battery up there and turns on a light bulb.
Wait, so the battery
Yeah.
is... And then she...
No,
wires
she
it
just
up to a
gets a
bulb?
normal light bulb and just pops it in front of it, like in front of her, and it just lights up. Yeah, and then she opens a bottle of Coke.
With her...
Yeah, like a proper, not a can, an actual
Twist
bottle.
off?
No, not a twist top. A proper ring pull that you have to use a bottle opener with.
Holy crap on a crack. I was going to say that she must have a vagina like a clown's
Well,
pocket.
we've discussed this. We think that she's got. We reckon she's got a bottle opener up there, and then all she's done is just gone, and it's just opened. But she has to, obviously, you have to squeeze. You have to squeeze to make sure that doesn't drop out.
Wait, so she genuinely does have a vagina like a clown's pocket? Like, she's got fucking
Well,
rags up there
I think
and balloon
the way that it
animals.
works, I think, is that she has a massive feather that she hides herself with. She's completely starkers in front of you, but when she inserts and exert and pulls stuff out, she obviously turns around, gets this massive feather, grabs the item, sticks it up there, turns around, moves the feather out of the way, then pulls it out. So it's not up there for long. I don't think she stores stuff up there like luggage when she's going through customs.
Yeah.
As fucking a weekly.
I bet you she could get you some quality
I reckon she
stuff.
probably could.
Although I think if you knew she was, you might be just like, just open your legs. It's probably going to fall off.
You're the mule.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And you took a female to
It was
the
her
show.
idea. I wasn't that fussed about going.
It was her
yeah,
idea.
I wasn't that fussed, and then we went fucking twice.
Be honest.
Yeah.
Did blood move?
Did blood move?
Yeah.
She was attractive. I'm not.
Did it head
No,
south?
she is very attractive. She's like a proper gymnast. So, like at the beginning of the show, she gets out these pegs and she starts doing like gymnastic splits up in the air, and you can see everything, like proper spinning on one hand on these pegs.
Is that like a life on the pole, or do you think she started out to be an Olympian?
I
and
will
then
tell you.
something went wrong.
This is
and she just
this is the really weird thing. Her mum taught her. Her mum is the original Sticky Vicky.
so it's a family
Yeah,
business.
well, it was. It's now her. But yeah, her mum started it. Her mum is the famous Sticky Vicky that you used to go and see at Benidorm, and now her daughter does it.
That's just
I know. But she must earn a fucking fortune for it, because she's doing it every night, 8 times a night, in every single pub and club.
Yeah, but she strikes me as one of these people that's going to need the ball peen hammer to,
Yeah.
reach a climax.
Well, to be honest with her, be honest with you even, the front of her and it that you can see is normal. There's not anything hanging or anything that's not in the right place.
I imagine that she is essentially just doing Kegel exercises all frickin' day.
Yeah, we reckon there's just a lot of lube. I
think that's a given.
Ton.
Like, you need a butt ton of lube. That is just I'm gonna Google that later on when
nobody's
we're alone.
when the cameras aren't on.
Which, I mean, speaking of massive insertions, have you ever seen the movie The Brothers Grimsby?
No, I've heard of it. I've just never watched it.
I watched that frickin' movie last night, man. It was just... I swear, Sacha Baron Cohen tries to find a way in which he can kind of push certain boundaries every time he tries to. Admittedly, I watched Ali G, and that one was pretty good, pretty funny, and he had a dog licking his balls. I didn't watch Bruno.
Who's the other one? There's Bruno and there's Borat as well.
I watched Borat. That was a good
Yeah.
movie. But The Brothers Grimsby just... you should totally watch that movie. As the movie nerd of the two of us, you should totally watch that movie.
Have you seen The Dictator? Because that's another good film that he did.
Oh, crap. No, I haven't. I also meant to watch the Seth Rogen movie.
Which one? Oh, Sausage Party.
No, I do want to watch that. That is on my to-do list. I'm going to have to watch more freaking movies just so I can join in a conversation with you. No, the one where he goes to interview Kim Jong-il.
Oh, hold on. I can't remember what that film's called.
The Interview?
Yes, it is. And it's the one that got banned.
The Interview.
Because
it
did get banned. Yeah.
Ban my ass.
Interview.
So, that's one that I think I started watching it and then fell asleep.
Yeah.
Like, Netflix is evil like that, because you could just stream a movie and if you fall asleep, you kind of don't care.
Did you know you can start by watching movies on YouTube?
Yes.
Because that interview you can watch on YouTube for $7.99.
It's been around for quite some time.
Yeah, I just think it's one of those things that there's Netflix and there's Amazon and just YouTube's not got a look in yet.
Would I pay for YouTube Red?
No.
You wouldn't?
Because there's nothing on there really that I would want to watch, to be honest. The only thing that's on there at the moment for YouTube Red that from content creators that I currently watch is PewDiePie, because he does scare PewDiePie on it. But
there is the scare PewDiePie. There's also the Vanos Seananas cartoon thing that I would love to watch. Laser Team.
Yeah.
That was on there. That's a pretty okay movie. But then also you get access to Google Play Music.
I'll already get... Do I get Google Play Music? No, I'll get Amazon Play Music. Because I've got Amazon Prime.
So, I mean, I've got, obviously, Google Play is built into my tablet and phone and everything. So I would totally... Just for the... If I was to get YouTube Red as well as Google Play Music, I would gladly pay the $10 a month. But the fact that I don't get the YouTube... means I don't want to pay because I'm missing out on stuff that everybody else in the Western world can get. So just on that principle alone, I won't buy YouTube Red.
That's fair enough. There's not enough content on there for me to warrant actually paying the money to watch YouTube Red.
I mean, even if you just get to watch it without adverts, it would be pretty cool.
Yeah, it's true. I've got a lot of... on my own channel, I've got a lot of views, well, not a lot of views, but I've got a couple of views from YouTube Red people.
Yeah.
But
yeah, me too. And I love you people for doing that.
Yeah, cheers.
So, yeah, I would love YouTube Red. Not available in the UK. So I don't know if they ever plan on making it available in the UK.
Is it not available? Can you not?
Oh. Nope. Which was one of the things, like, you've got Scare PewDiePie. Great, I want to watch it. I'll buy YouTube Red. Not available in your country. Then give us it for free. Yeah. Don't let us miss out.
Yeah, it's true. Right. Who's the other sponsor? I didn't hear from them.
We'll hear from them
soon.
Yeah.
So, what did you... Another So, on saying that we're talking about films, what did you think of Fantastic Beasts and where to find them?
Fantastic Beasts and where to find them. Okay, so didn't get in with the whole Harry Potter thing when it came out. I only kind of recently watched them all and didn't hate them. Like, I would rank them way above Lord of the Rings. But then again, I'd rank most things way above Lord of the Rings. And then Fantastic Beasts there was a bit about it when I went to Harry Potter World back in August. And I looked at that and I turned to Mrs. I was like, hey, new film. She's like, yeah, I don't care.
Oh, really?
And then the trailers start coming out and you get that Harry Potter kind of music going on in the background, and then she started to get really interested in the game. In the movie. So we went to see the film. As a film, quite enjoyed it. That guy drives me insane. There's something about him that just looks so incredibly awkward all the time. And I just, every now and again, it was a few weeks since I last saw it. He sort of struck me as like a human version of a house elf.
Eddie Redmayne.
Just like an awkward sort of look about him. Like, every now and again, he's fucking Johnny Depp. Just, he's a badass and strutting and he's loving it. And then he just turns into this weird, awkward house elf-like fellow. And he kind of drives me nuts. Yeah. But all in all, it was a pretty good movie. Yeah,
because there's a lot of backstory behind Fantastic Beasts and where to find them. That's in the whole Harry Potter world, which is all actually not explained in the film. Well, not in this film, but in the other films. But Newt Scamander, who Eddie Redmayne plays, has got a big part in the Hogwarts lore, like history.
Yeah.
There's just so much. Like, I only found out the other day after watching that film as well, that if you go and watch Prison of Azkaban, the third film, and Harry Potter, when Harry gets given the Marauders map where he can actually find hidden passages around Hogwarts, if you pause the actual film, this is how nerdy I am, you can see Newt Scamander name on the Marauders map, saying that he's actually currently in that film inside Hogwarts.
But wait, isn't the timeline of this long before Harry Potter?
So Newt Scamander, that was based in the 50s, or was it 50s? It was the 50s, wasn't it? It's 50s America.
So I suppose he'd be...
When Newt Scamander went to Hogwarts, Albus Dumbledore was just a normal teacher.
Yeah, because at one point there's reference to Dumbledore taking a shine to him.
Yeah, because all Dumbledore was a teacher. He wasn't actually the head of Hogwarts.
Yeah, a shine to him.
And that's why there's going to be another 5 films.
So they could eventually bring Dumbledore in.
So Dumbledore's going to come in, and then what's going to happen, the 5 films are going to lead straight up to the very first Philosopher's Stone of Harry Potter. You can just tell.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's going to be a big long run of history. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, so that'll be pretty cool, I guess. in the Brothers Grimsby, they I don't know, maybe the first 10-15 minutes, they essentially give Daniel Radcliffe a...
Did they? Is he in it?
Yeah.
Is Daniel Radcliffe in it?
No, I don't think so.
Because Daniel Radcliffe has been...
I didn't check the credits. I should check the credits.
He's in some weird films now, Daniel Radcliffe, after Harry Potter.
Oh, have you seen... I've not actually watched the movie. Have you seen a trailer for Swiss Army Man?
Yes, it's fucking weird.
That movie. Maybe we should make a point of watching that and just doing an entire podcast dedicated to Swiss Army Man. Because
that film just...
that just looks crazy.
And because I saw him on Graham Norton, I saw Daniel Radcliffe go on there, and he ended up bringing in his mannequin double that they used in the film. And...
Okay.
Just the things that they said that he was like as a Swiss Army guy, the things they would do to him, it was ridiculous. Have you actually heard what happens in the film at all?
I mean, I've watched it and sort of been like, that's not right and or real, is it?
Well, so Daniel Radcliffe plays a dead body. And to this guy, obviously, is stuck on this island and finds Daniel Radcliffe and uses him to get off the island. But he finds Daniel Radcliffe's dead body where the body's dead. It's releasing air, so he just sees Daniel Radcliffe's dead body like moving in the water on the shoreline. So what he does is he ends up riding Daniel Radcliffe across the water from where they're stuck to mainland. So he rides him like a jet ski, but he's a dead body that's farting. That is fucking weird.
Yeah, that's what I mean. There's so much stuff that goes on in that. Like, I think he uses him as a grappling hook at one point, and a firelighter at one point. It is crazy, this stuff that he does. We need to watch that movie. I think we should watch it for the next podcast.
Yes, definitely.
It's just craziness.
Absolute craziness.
Speaking of actually massive amounts of fire, I would like to thank our second imaginary sponsor for this, the world's anti-rodent traps. That's right, the anti-rodent traps. Do you have rodent issues? Are you surrounded by vermin? Never fear, the world's biggest name in extermination is here with their over-the-counter, inhumane rodent removal system. Just one application of their patented Tiny Knob treatment, TNT for short, you will be clear of everything. So, I want to thank our sponsor, and if you go to twatterrat.com and use the offer code LIL for 1000% off all Twat products.
Can that be used on humans as well?
It could be used on humans, I imagine. Yeah, if you've got a twat, you could twat a twat.
Oh, yeah. I might have to check that link out.
So yeah, the world's anti-rodent traps.
Cool. I have to try them. If you actually have any sponsors that want to sponsor this podcast, please get in contact with us. We'll be more than welcome to have real sponsors as well.
I don't think anybody's going to want me to read out their ad read.
It would be good, though.
Not like that.
Oh, it'd be funny. But yeah, more ads next week when we get the next podcast out.
If you can think of a name of a crazy imaginary product that we could write an advert for, once again, let us know. Tweet, email, in the comments below.
Yeah.
We would love to hear from you on if you can come up with crazy products for us. That would be awesome.
A little slogan would help.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I suppose we could make that up.
Just
Twatterrat.com.
Twatterrat. Yeah, love it. And then also Vagitaze. Oh, God.
For all your vaginal tasing needs. Vagitaze. Do you think maybe she had crabs and somebody told her that you could, get rid of crabs with a
Probably.
taser?
I reckon that if it did, it would... whatever down there had, as long as it wasn't wet, because that would be even worse. Conduct electricity through water is not a good thing. Oh
yeah. Oh man, if she was like, that could have gone up.
No,
that's not right. It's not right.
Oh Jesus Christ!
So, would you pay to go and watch a show of a woman tasing her vagina?
I didn't pay to go and watch Sticky Vicky. It's free to enter. Well, that wasn't even meant to come out.
How does she get money?
She gets paid because she goes in.
So the venue pays her,
and because of all the people want to go and see her,
people
drinks.
buy drinks to watch.
Yeah.
Wow. Wait, did you see it twice? Was it the same show?
Yeah, it's the same place as well. Went to the same place twice.
It was the same show.
It's the same.
I didn't know if, at the beginning of the night, she starts out with, a couple of fingers and a candle, and then by the end of the night, it's like a fucking beach ball.
No, she does the same show in the same spot at the same time every day.
Okay.
So you'll see exactly the same things going in and out every single day of the week.
It is just sort of a pop in and out.
Yeah,
kind of show,
it was.
then.
It's in and out. Yeah.
Yeah.
In and out. Right.
Oh.
It's a full house as well.
Wait, a full
Yes.
house? Right. I didn't know if she expanded to the back door.
Right. Well, should we say goodbye there? Should that be...
Yeah, I think that'll do it
Yeah.
for us. If there's anything that you want us to cover, let us know in the comments, tweet us. If you want to send me a new camera, because I'm about to break this one, by all means do.
Yeah. If there's any weird news stories you'd like us to cover as well, obviously tweet us, and also you can DM us as well on Twitter, and then also the leftinlobby@gmail.com.
Yeah, if you have met and have a selfie with Sticky Vicky, send it to me. I want to see this chick. Do you have a selfie with Sticky Vicky?
No, I don't have any. I don't think I have any pictures of Sticky Vicky actually.
I think I have a selfie of me with a bunch of trannies.
Oh well.
That's about as close as I get.
Were they dressed? Oh, okay.
Yeah, they were
Okay.
totally dressed, like in full gear.
It's showtime.
It was a really great show, actually. Talk of the town,
Yeah,
Turkey. Go see
cool.
it.
Right. Well, that's goodbye from me.
And that's a goodbye from me, Ruthless
And me,
Boots.
the Fender View. Goodbye.
We've both got the clap.